Hello and welcome to the next episode of Husker Dive. I'm Nate, the host. Sadie's not with us today, but we are very blessed to have Taylor Christopulous joining us today. How are you doing?
Doing good, man. Thank you, Nathan. Thanks for having me on. I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for coming on. Um, so first, you are a Nebraska men's gymnast. So what got you into gymnastics?
Um, Ever since I was a little kid, I've been doing the sport my whole life. Those like mommy and me classes that parents put their kids in when they're super young.
Mhm.
Um, I was one of those kids. I'm from Utah, so growing up in Utah, my parents put me in one of those. Actually, I have an older brother. They put him in first, and then they put me in. So me and my older brother, we did gymnastics growing up our whole lives. um, Throughout high school and stuff. But that's how I started.
Mhm.
And then there was like going that transition from elementary school to like junior high. I had to choose. I grew up playing soccer too.
Okay.
So I chose between soccer and gymnastics, and I chose gymnastics. And then just from there on, that's when I started to like get pushed more into the sports.
Yeah, for sure. What was life like in Utah? I mean, I feel like not many people know really that much about it.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I always say like there's nothing better than home, no matter where you're from.
hmm
I love my family and I love my hometown and I love Utah. I loved growing up in Utah. I had a good group of friends, and my family was always there and supporting me. All my family lives in Utah,
hmm
and like my grandparents, my mom's parents we lived in the same neighborhood. Um, like it would take us 5 minutes to walk to their house,
hmm
and just Sunday dinners, going over there and being with family. A lot of my friends live in the same neighborhood. So it was good. Yeah, I really liked living in Utah. I mean, obviously we have the mountains and we have all these outdoor activities that we're able to do.
Yeah.
And we got all the national parks and everything. But yeah, growing up in Utah was really awesome. If
Yeah.
you get the
It,
chance to go to Utah, you gotta go.
yeah, I've been there once. It looks really pretty there. And it was cool when I went there the one time. But what's your favorite outdoor activity to do there?
Um, my top two, it's between I love mountain biking.
Okay.
Um, that's really fun. And then we have a sports boat. So
Mm,
like wake surfing and wakeboarding and tubing and all that stuff. So I love going up to the lake.
yeah, for sure. I live in Virginia now, in
Oh,
Lynchburg,
no.
Virginia, it's called. And
Mhm.
mountain biking is huge here. I'm sure it's nothing like out in Utah, but I've never been, but it always looks fun. And
Yes.
then my family in Michigan, we have a sports boat too. So I know what you're talking about, like all the tubing and everything. It's a good time.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at Nebraska, I did a little bit of research before and I just found like all these awards that you've received. So you've got the academic All Big Ten, All American, CGA regular season All American, CGA All American, Scholar Athlete, Big Ten Freshman of the Year, Big Ten Vault Silver Medalist, Nebraska Athletics Outstanding Male Newcomer, as well as a number of individual accolades. So that's a lot. Um, what award, it could be any of those or any that like you got in high school or whatever, what award means the most to you and why?
Good question. I've never really like thought about that.
Mhm.
Um, I like to think that what like drives me to be better and to
Mhm.
do better is not like necessarily awards. Um, but just going back to your question, hmm, I really like the Big Ten Academic Award
Mhm.
because it really shows like being a collegiate athlete, you're not just like an athlete, you know?
Mhm.
Like we always say this, and the University of Nebraska always tells us this, like we're more than just athletes.
Mhm.
And we're individuals who are trying to start our lives and excel in our sports. And so being awarded with like an academic award always feels really good because it's not just, it's like a testimony to me that I'm not just putting in work in the gym, but I'm putting in work outside of the gym,
Yeah.
and I'm putting work into my future because gymnastics isn't always going to be in my life.
Mhm.
And um, what I'm studying in school and the connections and excuse me, the things that I'm making here, um, that's what's going to progress me further throughout life. So I love the academic award and how they recognize athletes for what they do in the classroom as well as in the gym.
Yeah, for sure. What is your major?
So I'm an agribusiness major. It's a business of agriculture.
Mhm.
Um, and at the University of Nebraska, they have it's called Kasner. It's like agriculture sciences,
Mm.
and then there's the Cobb, the College of Business, and I could choose between Kasner or Cobb. And I'm through the College of Business, so it's more of like a bachelor's of administration, um, more than like agriculture, but it dabbles in agriculture. So I'm
Okay.
getting those fundamental like principles and background that I need in business to understand how to do that stuff. And then I have like a little bit of like playing room in agriculture to see exactly what I do because I don't come from an ag background.
Mhm.
My dad, he owns his own landscaping company,
Mm.
and so he was always having us work outside and doing all these projects using our hands and um, thinking hard. And that's I can't sit behind a desk my whole life, so I got to get
Yeah.
out. And I think agriculture, and I love being outside too. Agriculture, it's a good way for me to go. So we'll see where I end up because I don't really know where I want to go into.
Yeah, for sure. That's cool though. That's cool that you can choose. Um, so what are your what's your dream job then?
Dude, I always say this, and some people laugh at me. They're like, "Oh, it's like it's a big, there's a lot of work," but I would love to own. Whether some point in my life, I don't know if this is going to be like my main source of income. I would love to own a ranch, like just
Okay.
acres and have some horses. I've never grown up with horses, um, but I've rode before like once or twice, and it was so fun. But I'd love to just have some land. There's this bison ranch out in Tennessee that I just envy, man. Like I would love to have something out like that. But yeah, so rancher.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. Do they have ranches out in Utah?
Yeah, they got quite a few.
Okay.
Um, yeah, there's a place up from my house it's like 30 minutes away. They got some ranches up there in Morgan. I got some cousins up there. They don't ranch though, but
Mhm.
and then if you go down and there's some ranches down in southern Utah and then obviously like I'm probably an hour away from Wyoming, so
Okay.
Evanston, and there's quite a few ranches up there. So
Yeah, for sure. That's sweet. I have a ton of family, like extended family who are ranchers, so
oh
for sure.
nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Um, okay, so what is like with gymnastics, how far past college, if it is past college, like do you plan on taking that?
No, that's something I've been thinking about a lot recently. Um, I'm pretty sure I get a COVID year because 2020,
Mhm.
that was my freshman year, and I think they're gonna give me another year.
Oh,
And if I get that another year, that's what I'm debating. I'm thinking about whether I'm gonna take it or not. So this last year, I partially tore my rotator cuff,
mm,
but last season it kind of held me back a little bit, um, more than I would have liked. I was only able to compete 5 events instead of 6. I wasn't able to compete rings, and um, so with that injury, and then like the plans that we have here as far as recruiting wise, and like um, pushing ourselves and developing routines and skills, and wanting to be national champions,
mhm.
and just pushing the team and ourselves to our full potential. I would love to take that extra year.
Yeah,
Um, but obviously, like the body um, and things that happen outside of gymnastics, it's like if I want to progress my life even further and just stop doing gymnastics, there's so many other things that play into it. But that's something I'm trying to decide right now. And then after the sport, or after college if I want to keep doing the sport. I don't know. We'll see. I have a teammate who really wants to push for, his name's Sam Phil. He wants to push for the 2028 games in
Mm,
Los Angeles. That's where he's from too. So um, there's one guy who's gonna keep doing the sport. He'll keep training here after his collegiate career. But as far as for me, I'm not really sure yet.
yeah,
Something I'm thinking about.
yeah, for sure. And you got the ranching too, so.
Exactly.
um, Speaking about like your rotator cuff and everything, I don't think that many people appreciate how like big of a grind it is in gymnastics. I had a sister who was a gymnast, and like just in fourth grade when she quit, she was training 24 hours a week for
Yeah.
gymnastics.
Yeah.
So like just talk on like basically like what's like your daily schedule like, and what's basically the grind like.
Yeah, like you said, 24 hours a week, 24, like you push 24, 28 hours a week. Um, that's including weights in the morning, in season, and then going in the afternoon and training. So like my schedule right now, it varies compared to summer and in season. But right now, so this last month I would go in every day except Saturday and Sunday. And then I would we train about 4 hours throughout those 5 days, Monday through Friday. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we go in and do an hour of weights. So
Dang.
you're pushing it like 22 hours. And then in season, it's probably more than that. Like we're doing weights 3 times a week. And then you're going in the gym later in the day. So, but yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
that's same with like any sport,
Mhm.
you know, um, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's something that
What's
you can listen. So,
what's your favorite event then?
um, I would say it depends on the day and how I'm feeling.
Mhm.
It's like on every single event, there's something that I love. Um, but on every single event, there's something that I just can't stand, man. Like, but also, um, gymnastics hurts. As far like it hurts me, like my body and everything. And so some days, like some things are tweaked, like as far as like my shoulder, my elbow, my wrist, my ankle, my back, you know. And then the other days, like it feels so good. And when it feels good, it's like that addicting feeling, you know.
Mhm.
But I enjoy high bar.
Okay.
Yeah, so just going flying around. I love like letting go of the bar and catching it again.
Mhm.
It's a pretty cool feeling,
Yeah.
flying through the air and stuff. So I really enjoy high bar.
Yeah, I bet that's cool. So what does like throughout your gymnastics career, or could be your personal life too, is there like a role model or mentor or family member who has said something that's stuck with you?
Oh yeah. Obviously, like I hope for more like most people, their role models are their parents.
Mhm.
Um, and something that my parents would always tell me, my siblings, especially me and my brother, when they drop us off at practice when we were younger, and we're getting out of the car, and they would just stop us and say, "Hey, like I love you, and remember who you are."
Mhm.
And that phrase has always stuck with me, and it's something that like I hold close, and that I've always remembered. Remember who you are, like where you come from, what you stand for, what you're trying to accomplish, um, and that's huge because if you forget that, um, you could have some big struggles. As far as me, um, remembering who I am, where I come from, uh, and what I stand for. Um, in college, like moving from the home to a place I've never lived by myself, I got to fight for who I am. And having that knowledge of who I am, where I come from, and what I'm stand for, and what I'm trying to fight for, it makes it a lot easier to wake up in the morning and to get to that grind. um, to realize who and what you're doing this for, because it's so much more than just yourself. Like a big reason is why I do gymnastics and why I get up and do everything is for my family, for my parents, everybody, extended family who's like sacrificed for me to do what I do and to have the experiences that I've experienced. And then also for like the future, for my future family, I'm working hard for them, like those goals that I've set there. And then going back to right now, like my teammates, coaches, and just everybody who's pushed me to where I want to be, um, and who's pushed me through the things that I don't want to do because they knew better. Um, so that phrase, remember who you are,
Yeah.
that's something that's always stuck with me.
Yeah, for sure. And like that kind of reminds me of some things I've heard of, like for collegiate athletes, especially in interviews that we've done in the past. It's like, don't get caught up in just your sport. Like, don't take an identity in your sport. And
Mhm.
remember, like kind of like you said, remember who you are outside of the sport, and like your family and your friends and your loved ones, and just remember like who you are with them as well. So you don't get caught up in the highs and lows of your sport.
Oh yeah. Yeah. My dad he always says, gymnastics is not who you are. My sisters play tennis. He says, tennis is not who you are. It's something that you do, but it's not who you are. And so don't make it like consume you. And because I feel like some people can, if they don't excel the way that they want to, or it could really bring them down, and it can do some damage mentally, physically, you know, as far as planning for the future. But yeah, you're totally right.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got a few because we only have like 15 minutes or so left.
Right.
I got some lighter questions if you want to tackle those.
Let's do it.
All right, sweet. So, have you ever been to Shields in Lincoln?
I have
You have.
the big one.
Okay.
Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you walk into Shields. My buddy and I went to the Nebraska spring game a couple years ago, and like we walked into the Shields, and we just had this hypothetical question. You got
Mhm.
$10,000 that somebody gives you, but it's all for Shields. What are you walking out of there with?
Ooh, that's a good question. Probably shotgun. I've
Okay.
always wanted a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Go duck hunting or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my bucket list items here is to go hunting before I leave,
Okay.
um, or before I graduate. I was in there the other day. um, ooh, what else? Shotgun, 10 grand.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I could buy a lot of stuff in there. Honestly, I like to camp too, so I'd probably snag some camping equipment, some of those like makeshift meals or something. Um, they got some nice clothes in there too, so I'd probably grab a flannel. I love flannels.
Okay.
Um, Pair of shoes. Oh, Birkenstocks. They sell Birks there. I don't
Mhm.
have a pair of Birkenstocks. Do you have a pair?
Yes, dude, they are
Yeah,
so
yeah.
nice.
That's what everybody says so. But they're expensive, man. Like
Mhm.
the pair I want, they're like $140 or something.
Yeah, it's worth it though. Like it molds
It-
to your foot. I've had mine for over a year now, and like they're barely worn out at all.
Okay, dang, yeah. So my girlfriend's a big. She loves Birkenstocks, so I'd probably get a pair of those. Um, Ooh, a spear gun, like
Okay.
one of those like fishing guns.
Hmm.
So I just went to Hawaii. My girlfriend was living out there for an internship for a few
Okay.
months, so I went out there and visited her. And one of the things I wanted to do so bad was I want to go spear fishing.
Okay.
Yeah, with like a spear gun, and they wouldn't let you rent them because it's like a firearm there. I guess you had to buy one.
Hmm.
They're like 200 something bucks. So I think I'd buy a spear gun,
All right.
yeah, something like that. Um, I feel like Shills has everything. I mean, I buy some candy and stuff.
Mhm.
Me and my teammates last year, um, we bought a pellet gun, like one of those like powerful FPSs,
Mhm.
and they'd sit. My buddies, they live in, you know where the bottoms are, like the North Bottoms in
Mm-mm.
Lincoln.
Mm-mm.
Um, there's like a bunch of raccoons that will run around and like get in the garbages and stuff, and they'll sit on they'd sit on their porch and they would like they'd shoot raccoons or like shoot squirrels and the birds and stuff. So BB guns are always fun. But yeah, I don't know. I think that those would be my top things.
Okay.
That's a question. 10 grand. That's a lot of money.
It is. I could spend it quick though at Shields. I feel like most people could.
Yeah, probably.
All right. What is your spirit animal and why?
My spirit animal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know if I've ever thought about that for myself. I mean, people always say that, like on TikTok. I don't have TikTok, but everybody always says this. There's like this dog trend. Like they would put a dog to like a boy, like a golden retriever or like a brown lab or something.
Mm-hmm.
And people always say that I'm like a golden retriever boy or so, dude, I don't know. To people, I guess I'm a golden retriever. To myself, my spirit animal. I know some people are like, oh, dude, like, this is my spirit animal, but I don't know. I guess like relating to gymnastics, I feel like a monkey. That's not a bad idea.
Oh, that's a good
Like
one.
sometimes I get pretty energetic, and I don't know. Monkeys are pretty agile.
Yeah.
They can move, and I don't know. I guess you could say monkey.
Okay, there you go. That's a good one, especially with the high bar.
Yeah, true.
All right, so you got a full weekend free, and you have like your best friend, your girlfriend, whatever. What
Mhm.
are you? And you get like full control. Money's not an issue. What you guys are doing for that full weekend? What are you doing?
Oh, dude, I love like getting together with friends, family, up at like a cabin somewhere where there's a lake.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you, like not a lot of electricity. There's board games, there's good food, there's a grill. Um, there's a place up in Idaho. It's like Idaho and Utah. It's called Bear Lake.
Okay.
It crosses borders, but we go up there. My family owns a little condo thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I love going up there with my family and like hitting the lake with the boat. We'll bring the boat up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fun. My girlfriend, her family owns a place up in the Uintas, a cabin, and it's so sick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they have like dirt bikes, they got ATVs. There's a pond you can go fishing. It's up in the woods. Like there's a ton of stuff you can do. So I'd probably go up somewhere like that and just hang out for the whole weekend. I love doing stuff like that. So
Yeah, for sure. That sounds like a good weekend.
yeah.
What's your favorite board game then?
Ooh, my parents just got a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Like this last Christmas or this last year. It's called Jokers and Marbles. We call it Chinese checkers. You've never played it. It's like Sorry. It's interesting. It's like Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
but it's different, the rules. And say you're playing with 6 people, and it's like a kind of like an octagon thing, and everybody's sitting in kind of a circle,
Mm-hmm.
and the person across from you is your partner. And so you're trying to help each other get all of your marbles into home, like in Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And all the other teams are trying to do that too, but like there's different cards that you can lay down, like you can mess it up. I love that game. It's pretty fun.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Another
Hey,
go-to, like 5 crowns and those
is
card games.
what?
5 crowns.
Oh, I've never heard of that before.
Oh, you can play that one too. My uncle's wife, my aunt,
Mm-hmm.
she's a huge card gamer. Her name's Brittany. She loves games, and so she showed us a ton of them. And yeah, I love playing board games.
Okay.
Fun.
Have you ever played Settlers of Catan?
I have.
Do you like
It's been a
that?
while though. Yeah, it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to get one. My girlfriend's roommates here, they have Catan in there
Yeah.
in the apartment right now, so we're gonna have to play that. That's a good
Mm-hmm.
reminder.
That's a good game. That's a good game. All right, so this question comes from my mom. So she wants to know because my sister, when she did gymnastics, she could do like an insane amount of pull-ups. I think like her record was like 30 or something in a row.
Oh dang.
I mean, she was way younger, so she was way smaller, but Either way, like what's your record for number of pull-ups in a row?
Record. Ooh, I feel like at my peak level, like
Mhm.
shoulders good and everything. Um, we'd have to do like 10 pull-ups with weights on.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, so I bet I could push um probably close to what your sister did. Pull-ups are
Dang.
tough, man. So I would probably like 20 to 30. If
Shoot.
I was pushing myself like
Yeah.
pull-ups, yeah, I'd probably like 20, 30,
Okay.
high 20s.
Dang, that's impressive. All right, what is okay, have you we've asked everybody this. Um, Chipotle or Qdoba?
Oh, Chipotle, 100%.
Thank you.
Have you
Sadie would
ever
be mad right now, but thank
really?
you. Yes.
Oh, dude, not even a question. Like, have you ever been to Agave?
No, but that's what everybody said.
Okay, that's what we've had this discussion with my teammates so much. Like Agave, Chipotle. Everyone's like, "Oh, Agave." I'm like, "No, Chipotle." I'm a Chipotle all day, 100%. Love
Okay,
Chipotle.
good. What do you get?
I usually get a bowl. Um, I've gotten a burrito before. Those things are hefty though. So
Hmm.
I'll get a bowl. I love like brown rice, veggies. The new chicken that they just got was really good, like the pollo
Oh yeah.
asada, like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's good. So I'll get chicken, but there's this vegan, I think it's called sofritas. It's
Hmm.
like this vegan meat. I think it's just like seasoned tofu that they
Hmm.
saute up. Super good.
Hmm.
I had a teammate last year. He just graduated this year. He's a vegan, and I love food and like trying new things. And so he's like, "Dude, you gotta try this sofritas." It was good. Yeah, really good. And then I'll just get like, I'm like classic college student. I'm cheap. So like I would love to get guac, but it's like an extra $2. So
Hmm.
it's
Yeah.
not worth it in my eyes.
Yeah. Hey, I feel that though. Chipotle is definitely the move. You
Yes, you
like it
gotta get
better
that.
than agave?
Oh, 100%. I like agave. Like nothing against agave, but I'd rather go to Chipotle.
Okay. Hey, that's good to hear. I love Chipotle. All right. Okay, this is another. So Sadie usually does like her little hot takes that she asks everybody. That's like her little thing. So I try to
Mhm.
Google some before. Have you seen Stranger Things?
Oh yeah, just finished it actually.
Okay, I got one more episode to go, so don't
Okay.
spoil it. But what are your thoughts on it?
I love Stranger Things.
Mhm.
It was this new season was pretty, it was crazy, man. First episode, like the ending, like how they were taking like Chrissy. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. And um like one what do they call the guy in the upside down? What's his name again?
Vecna.
Yeah, Vecna. Like how he was killing people was pretty gnarly.
Mhm.
Um like one of those ones I did not expect. But
Yeah.
oh, I love Stranger Things. Super good. Like has you sitting on the edge of your seat.
Mhm.
Looking forward to the next episode, seeing what's gonna happen next. But dude, you gotta watch the last episode. It's crazy.
I know. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna watch it today, I think.
I thought it was cool how that was cool too. How they like they had a part two and they like split it up into like an hour and a half episode and then the 2.5 hour episode. It's like
Mhm.
they did something different. So
Yeah.
that's cool too. But no, I'm looking forward to the new season.
Yeah, for sure. All right. What is your favorite training table food?
Movie training table.
Mhm. Or any food too.
Yeah, so I don't know if a lot of people know about like training table, but we as student athletes here at Nebraska, they feed us and they spoil us. They're the best, like the Husky nutrition team. Shout out to Bryce. Um, he's like the head guy there, or one of the head guys. But they give us everything we need, and it's awesome. So I think my favorite part, off season, obviously, come on, desserts. Like
Yeah.
the desserts are crazy. It's cool. They do some like every once in a while they'll do like on Wednesdays or some it's like they'll bring in um like some dessert or some food that they've made. Like
Mhm.
one time they did fudge and it
Mhm.
was so good. Their fudge was so good. But I think my favorite meal, I'm gonna go to like, I'm pretty basic. Um, like a bowl, I'll get a bowl and spinach, rice, um, and then I'll like salmon or something. Super
Ooh.
good. Yeah, and then you put like a veggie on it and then grab some fruit. So that's my go-to. But ooh, a meal that I remember that they've made. Their mac and cheese is good. Yeah.
You're the
Man,
first person to not say steak.
really?
Mm-hmm.
See, dude, I'm not like I like steak, but I'm not like a big like, oh, I could just eat a steak right now. I've gotten the steak, it's good, but
Mm-hmm.
like I don't really crave it. Oh, they've actually had steak strips, and those are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you put like this like Haagen-Dazs sauce on. Oh, it's good.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
But
so
you
the
like the
steak.
salmon on the bowl though.
Yeah. Oh, they have a pizza. They just opened this last year.
Mm-hmm.
They have a pizza like area, so you can make your own pizza and like put it in the oven, and so that's awesome. That's real good too. Oh, actually, last year they had wings. They'd have Wing Wednesdays, and their wings were bomb, dude. It's so good. Go and get some wings, some mac and cheese or something down. But I can't do that every day. So like you gotta set one day aside for food like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, they got a good mix of stuff. It's good.
What's your favorite wing sauce?
Ooh, so they had like buffalo, Jamaican jerk, and then um I think it was Jamaican jerk. And then I think they had a barbecue one time, but their Jamaican jerk one was good.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hmm. That sounds good. Okay. Um, what is your favorite movie or show?
I'm a pretty like heartfelt guy, like wholesome movies.
Mhm.
Recently, the new Top Gun, hands down,
Oh, that is
should
so
be
good.
movie of the year. Like
Hmm.
it was so good. I love that movie. I'd go see it again. I know I have a buddy on the wrestling team. He's from Utah too.
Hmm.
We're same year, but him and his wife, they went and they've seen Top Gun like 4 times in theaters. Yeah, like Top Gun, that show was awesome. Um, for a while, TV shows. Um, I loved like Hulu, and there's a show called A Million Little Things, and then another one called This Is Us. Those were good. Those are like good, like wholesome, like family um movies. And then there's a show on Hulu called The Prodigal Son. It's about like this serial killer, the surgeon, and his son's like a profiler, and it's about them too. It's pretty gnarly movie. It's cool.
Yeah, that
My mom
sounds cool.
loves growing up. My mom loves cop shows like Hawaii Five O or
Hmm.
New Orleans NCIS, like that stuff. And so I like cop shows like that. So that Prodigal Son one's pretty cool.
Okay,
Yeah, it
sweet.
kind of freaks you out a little bit because like serial killers and everything, and
Hmm.
like it goes into how they think. And yeah, so those ones are cool. Like those like fiction ones. And then um I love documentaries and learn from other people. So any documentary I'll watch that seems interesting.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. All right, what is we got time for I think a couple more. All right, what is your dream car?
A dream car?
Mhm.
Dude, honestly, right now I don't really have one. I drive a Tacoma. Like,
Same,
yeah. What year?
2014.
Oh, nice. Mine's 2015. That's sick. What
Hmm.
color is it?
It's gray.
Yo, me too, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
I'd show you, but it's not here. It's at um my girlfriend's apartment. I just got a moped. So,
Okay.
yeah, trying to save on that gas a little bit. But yeah, my teammate just sold me his moped. So I think right now I want a motorcycle.
Okay.
My parents probably don't approve of that. Mm, especially my grandma, man. She flicked me in the head or something. But um I would want like my dad just got like an Indian motorcycle, so that thing's super cool. But dream
Mhm.
car, I think Mercedes are super nice. Um, a nice Mercedes. Oh, the Bronco. Then I
Oh
think the
yeah.
new Broncos are sick. I've never driven one, but a two-door Bronco, like lifted, big tires. I'm like that kind of guy.
Hmm.
Um, and not necessarily like a huge lift, but like put like the biggest tire you can put on it,
Hmm.
make it look hefty. Maybe put some cool decals on it and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. That's sweet. All right, I got three more questions.
All right.
So, do you believe that pineapple belongs on pizza?
100%.
Same.
It's good, dude. Like you get, especially if you put like a salty meat on there.
Hmm.
Um, Obviously like the classic Hawaiian with the ham, like that's that sweet and salty, and then you have
Hmm.
the tomato sauce that like, oh, it's so good. I love pineapple on pizza. Some people would argue, but yeah, it's good.
Oh, for sure. It definitely belongs. What's your like weirdest pizza thing?
My weirdest pizza thing.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if this is weird, but if you've never done this, it's good. I don't think a lot of people do this. My teammate showed me, but you put pesto on the crust and then you put your sauce on. Like if you have Blazer some, ask for them to put like pesto around the crust. When
Okay.
they put it in, it like adds flavor to the crust and like makes it like crunchy. I
Hmm.
know it's good. Pesto and crust.
Hmm. Have you ever tried ranch on pizza?
Oh, I love ranch on pizza.
Okay, so my family does this really weird thing, and like you
Mhm.
can't knock it until you try it, but everybody makes fun of it, and then once they have it though, they're sold. So my family will have applesauce with pizza.
Applesauce on their
Hmm.
pizza?
Like you just put the applesauce on the side, and then you dip your pizza in the applesauce.
Like what kind of pizza is it? Like a cheese pizza?
Like cheese pizza, Hawaiian pizza, really any type, barbecue chicken pizza, it doesn't matter.
Are you serious?
Hmm.
Hmm. All right, I'll have to try it. I've never heard of that. I
Every
mean, I
dude.
guess there's like that sweet side aspect.
Hmm.
Applesauce. Eh?
It's good. Everybody knocks it, and then they try it. Like they'll make fun of it. They'll come over to my parents' house and make fun of it, and then like they'll try it, and then they'll recommend it to people.
Dang, I'll have to look at that. I've never thought about that. So that's cool. I love learning like new food things. So I'll try
Yeah,
it. I'll have to let you
yeah,
know.
for sure. All right. So these last two questions are questions that we ask everybody that comes on the show. So first, what is like any life advice that you want to share with everybody? And second, what is something you want to tell all Nebraska fans, whether it be like personal, about your sport, whatever it be?
Um, Life advice. Um, Whatever you're trying to do, don't do it on your own. That's huge. I'm a guy, I'm a faith-based guy.
Mhm.
Um, and relying on, for me, like a higher power, and just putting faith in that helps me a lot. But not only just that, I think is super important. Um, Relying on mentors, people in your life who will push you to be the best version of yourself. And there's been times in my life where I've gotten stuck and I'm like, oh, I can just do this on my own. But it just prolongs um where you're like your progression, you know? And you get stuck where there's a lot of people out there in your lives, just whoever I'm talking to, who will push you to be the best version of yourself, and find those people and stay around them, you know? There's people in the future of your life who will do that too. So seek them out. Um, and yeah, so I'd say that don't try to do anything on your own. There's people out there who love you and who care about you and who are willing to help you in any way. So um, that'd be my life advice. And then what was the other question?
What is something you'd like want to tell Nebraska fans?
Oh, Nebraska fans. Um, I love Husker Nation and the support they give. Um, as far as men's gymnastics, I don't think a lot of people know this, but men's gymnastics is a dying sport right now, and it needs a lot more support than what it has, especially on the college field. There's a thing 2020, Iowa men's gymnastics, Minnesota men's gymnastics got cut in the Big Ten. They're no longer programs. So I think there's like a total of 15, 16 teams left in the NCAA, which is insane for men's gymnastics. In
Wow.
the entire NCAA, there's only 16 teams. When you look at women's gymnastics, there's hundreds. So one thing that I want Husker fans to know is that we love your support, but we need more support. Um, like come to our home meets. I know last year we only had 2 home meets, but come support us. We love to have you out. We love to see you. And help us save men's gymnastics in college. And this, like, I love to think, not think, but I love to say, like, men's gymnastics is a pretty rare sport. Like, not a lot of people do it. It's pretty different and unique. So come and experience something that you've never really been you've never really been to, because it's different and maybe you can learn something and maybe it's something that you like. So yeah, save men's gymnastics, help us to save it and support it a little bit more. So that's what I'd say.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, all Nebraska sports need support, not just like your typical football, basketball, but like men's gymnastics, women's gymnastics, baseball, softball, track and field, cross country. Just make sure that like everybody's coming to support. And I know that me and Sadie especially, like we'll be following you and the men's gymnastics team. So hopefully we can get some more Nebraska fans to follow along and come support you guys.
Oh yeah, like it's cool too. Like I know basketball games and football games and volleyball games are probably more expensive as far as tickets go, but like every homie we had this year, it was like $5 or $1 to get in. Especially those smaller sports. When I say smaller sports, anything besides like baseball, basketball, football, and volleyball. So like, yeah, just come out and support, you know. I think the college atmosphere is so unique and it's something that it's pretty fun to watch. So, and we got some good upcoming athletes in all sports. So just come out and support.
Yeah, for sure. You guys are putting in the work and you guys deserve like all the support you guys can get.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. And yeah, it's been a blast. Really, really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's another episode of Husker Dive. Thank you to Taylor for coming on. Make sure to follow him on Instagram. Do you have Twitter?
No Twitter, just Instagram.
Instagram, and to support the men's Nebraska gymnastics team. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Nathan. Appreciate you.
Yep.